the prime minister of that country, Viktor Orban, and we were deeply impressed by that conversation. Orban explained that as Hungary's leader, he has embraced strong families, national sovereignty, the principles upon which all thriving countries are based. Saying that out loud has made him the most hated leader in the world, far more than, say, Xi of China, who runs a fascist ethno-state. On CNN on Sunday, plagiarist Fareed Zakaria once again tried to smear Hungary and Viktor Orban in the laziest possible terms. He argued that Viktor Orban's Hungary is on its way to becoming Nazi Germany.
This coming week at the influential CPAC conference in Dallas, alongside Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and more than 20 Republican members of Congress, conservatives are welcoming a foreign leader, Hungary's Viktor Orban. I wonder if Orban will give a version of his latest major speech. In a spa town in Romania last weekend, he warned that Europe was in danger of becoming a mixed-race world, a trend he said Hungary had always resisted. There is a gruesome history surrounding rhetoric like Orban's in his own country. It is what led in the 1930s to the passage of some of the harshest laws against Jews, the reviled minority at the time, mostly copied from the Nuremberg laws in Germany.
It's almost unbelievable that they aired something like that. So Viktor Orban is now a Nazi because he wants national borders? So Orban's office wrote a lengthy letter to CNN about this coverage. Quote, "Your latest video," reads the letter, "is yet another example of the Western liberal media's deliberate efforts to spread misinformation about Hungary." Yeah, to put it mildly. Balázs Orban is Prime Minister Viktor Orban's political director. He joins us now to respond. Balázs, thanks so much for coming on. Boy, it's so interesting. Out of all there are literally cannibals in charge of some countries on this globe. You have a country of 10 million people in Central Europe. It's a small country. They spend so much time hating you. What do you think that's about?
So, hello, Tucker. It's so good to see you. Actually, since 2015, when from one day to another 400,000 people tried to cross our borders illegally, and we made the decision to establish the fence and try to protect our borders and maintain, or at least regain, law and order, we are under constant heavy pressure from the globalist elites. They think that if somebody is speaking against mass migration, that he or she should be racist or anti-Semite or whatever. It's crazy, but this is our policy is based on common sense. Our people are very proud, as you mentioned. We are a 1,000 years old nation. We are in the middle of Europe, but culturally we are an island. We are very proud of our history, our Judeo-Christian heritage, and we want to preserve it in that way. And to do so, you have to be able to protect your borders. It's so simple.
What's interesting is that the reality of Hungary, the experienced reality, when you go there, it's basically America 2005. It's a very moderate place with a more balanced, freer press than we have, that's for sure. And this caricature that it's some kind of, that it's China, that must affect you living there. You see these descriptions of your country that are just insane. They're disconnected from reality.
Yeah, you immediately realize that these accusations are politically motivated. Meanwhile, the people who are living there, they are very wise people, and my experience is the same here in the United States. If you speak to ordinary people, they know what is good for their country, and they know what they want to reject. They are just not satisfied with the current administration or current elites. Let me give you one example. We are the neighbors of Ukraine. So currently we are hosting 1 million refugees for Ukraine. Some of them are staying, some of them are going forward. But we're talking about the 10 million country. But everybody knows that those people are fleeing from war. So there is no problem with them. Meanwhile, from the southern borders, illegal border crossers from other civilization, from other parts of the world, they want to cross the country and march through it and start a new life somewhere in Europe. And the ordinary people, they can differentiate They know that on one hand you have to be welcoming to the refugees, and you have to say no to illegal border crossers. It's so simple, as I mentioned.
It is, and inherently moderate. It's shocking to me that CNN aired something like that. Let me apologize on behalf of American media. Thank you, Viktor Orban. Good to see you.